Hello, welcome to Homesteading Northwest Florida. Today is Tuesday, February 27th. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and yeah, we're busy here today, boy, and yesterday. We are cleaning up and weeding, and it is 77 degrees, it looks like, on the thermometer. Yeah, windy, very windy here. It's like, this wind is forcing the air up north and making you guys warm up there too, but then it seems like you're going to get a cold front that pushes it all down. And I know how that is in Wisconsin. Seedlings are doing good here. Okay, and we did manage to clear the entire Mexican petunia bed. It's also called Ruellia. And you can see the little shoots. This is kind of like what I consider a Mexican or Southern hosta. Southern hosta. It comes, I do have a hosta, it's called a sun hosta, but it comes back from these shoots pretty early, but it does need to be about 2 feet tall before it starts flowering, and then there's new flowers every day. And I dug some up because it doesn't spread by seeds, but it spreads by rhizomes and gets bigger, kind of like a hosta. And there's glads in there too, gladiolas, and this is a bluebird rose of Sharon. And so we cleared that all out, took all that brush to the back. We're gonna have a burn barrel. Oh, here's a little brown lizard. Little brown lizard by the... And I do have some activity in my Bougainvillea that I covered, many, a month, because it can't be below 50 degrees. And the last night was not. So I didn't cover it last night, and I have been uncovering it during the day. Otherwise it gets too much humidity. And then here we weeded this bed, and I've never seen it so bad. And we moved the couple clumps of Mexican petunia in here, and I found some what I think is dahlia bulbs in one of my pots, not growing. I don't remember that they grew, but they stayed decent. And yeah, so we put those in here. And yeah, we need a little bit of rain. It's like a dry wind from the southwest. Pretty strong wind, gusts of 40 miles an hour. There's our longleaf pine seedlings, if anybody needs any. Beautiful tree. It can totally put up with what we have here. And we're washing some pots. We got some compost out of the back at the compost pile, and we're gonna potting soil, and we're gonna fill up those pots after we wash them. Mandevilla's coming back. The was in this pot. The dahlia bulbs were in this pot. It's kind of all sand. Must have been an experiment that I did to see if the dahlias like sand, but it did keep them warm enough and dry enough that they didn't rot. Yeah, the lettuce looks delicious. And we got bulbs coming up, irises and tulips and things, and can't remember that little hyacinth. Purple flower is hyacinth. And we got some onions in here. This is a pepper in the middle. Looks like it got a little fungus or dried out. This is completely dried out with this. I didn't know it was so dry. Been dry here, so I'm going to weed these 2 pots and water them, move them and water them. Actually move them closer to the hose. Well, found a big greenbrier smilax thorny thing growing on a tree, and that kind of shades things out. I don't really like those. They're really hard to remove when they get big. And back here, I don't know, they look like glads, but then they never bloom. So I just It's probably like a bulb grass. I have no idea what that is. But we're cleaning up, spring cleanup, and our beautiful, oop, there was a dove. There goes a dove. Beautiful Jane Magnolia is in full bloom today, and I'm doing this video today too because it might rain and then all the blooms will fall off. So that'll be about it with that. Oh, and I got a butterfly. Butterfly is flying around. Rose bushes are doing all right, especially the one by the house there. And here's another Jane Magnolia by the palm tree that may or may not make it. I think the center is all right. Ooh, I mowed this, and I see a little activity of canna lilies. Ooh, and I also see a hole of like a mole vole. So great. Oh, and I've been shopping here, and this is an ant hill I figured out, but I want that sandy soil, so I keep on disturbing this ant hill, hoping they'll leave. And they might when it rains, you know, because they like to be under cover, and I'm just going to keep on disturbing their ant hill. And there's our path started where I just cut down the oak tree, and I'm going to move that. Next time I burn, I'm going to move that big mimosa stump, cut it up and move it, get it out of there, that ugly looking thing. But we're pulling the soil out of over here, our compost piles, and I really want to get this one emptied so I can start filling it up. I'm just going to burn everything now because it might have weed seeds in it, which is all right, I guess. But got a lot of vines off of that oak tree.